Mfundishi13CrystalSun. Today I'm making a video on black people inventing everything. I finally finished the 240-page book. It's a great book. I'm gonna be honest, I don't agree with everything in the book. Well, that's with every book. You're gonna have your pros, you're gonna have your cons. I recommend this book. It's no disrespect to the author. I honor that you took the time out to write about the greatness of black people and keeping them informed, keeping them well balanced about what has happened to us, and yet there are still great products to be made. The greatness is still within. Every chapter is accurate. I would say you could read it to your kids, children, family members. It's a great book. I'm looking forward to going on to the site and publishing my book, because his publishing company, Dr. SUJANKUMARDASS, has his own publishing company, which makes me feel more safe rather than going outside to the people that doesn't look like me and have to be paranoid of someone stealing my work, stealing my art. Okay, not to say that black people don't steal. I'm being honest. I'd rather my people to do my work and to go further with it. Yes, this is a great book. It goes into great depth, and it's not just about us inventing everything. That's common sense that we have done everything. That's why others don't give us the credit that we should have. This book has taught me that it is a black world, and it will always be a black world, no matter who proclaims that they're in rulership, because their rulership is an illusion. Without black people, this world would not function. This life would not function. That's the greatest power than any dollar. That's greater than being a trillionaire. That's better than having 6 mansions, Lamborghinis, multiple wives. That's power within itself. That's just black people are life. We have to understand we are the life. We are not the death. We've been taught that we are the death. That's why we're drinking, smoking, and not going to our caliber. Okay, there's chapters where he speaks on, the author speaks on languages at times where we didn't speak, and when you think about it, that saying, silence is golden. Gold is owned by the Africans, the original people of the planet. So when you think about modern day, our essence is still here. Silence is golden. And reading this chapter that's explaining how we once didn't speak. When you fast forward, a lot of people talk, they tell their business. They go into the interrogation room, they tell on themselves. Speaking. Ancient times, it was more body language. It was more of eyes, like, feel me, like you could look at a person and we were speaking through our mind, like we got that feeling. It's just great to revise of where you come from and how much we made, and you could actually see where others duplicated to cover it up, to make it seem like they did the work. Just like I said earlier, our roots, our essence are still here. meaning no matter how much you cover it up, still flip it, you're gonna see our greatness in it. That's why others don't explain where it comes from, when it was made. Now I know it's people thinking, well, black people say that they did everything. Well, we have the proof. And the only reason why we wouldn't have the proof because it was intentionally destroyed, burnt down, and colonized. That's the main three reasons why we wouldn't be able to show proof. And then we could fast forward to modern day, and is not just sports. We master everything: painting, reading, writing, sports, baseball, basketball, boxing. So that's the evidence, even from what they proclaim as missing, that we are the people that laid the foundation. Medical records, the medical tools, uh, building wise, building houses, everything is evident. Now, in the polarity of life, which is the opposite, you have the good Africans, and then you have the ones that you see at the corner stores begging for money, living on the streets, gang banging, selling drugs, using drugs. Those are still kings. Those are still queens. Don't let the perception trick you of having you thinking that, well, those are the ones that are bad and they're never. Those are the ones that's just manipulated. What's broke can be fixed. What's fixed can be broke. So no, because a lot of people say, well, since y'all made everything, y'all have the gene pool to do anything, how come y'all have a group of people that's gang banging, selling drugs, using drugs? I mean, you could have the intelligence. That don't mean that you cannot be destructed. I once said it before, it's easier to destruct than build. You could knock a cup over in half a second. It would take more energy, time, mass, and muscle to build the cup. It's easier to have a bulldozer run over a house than to fix up that house that's been ran over by the bulldozer. It would take more energy, more time, more weeks, more months, more years. So that's what happens when you see what they label us as destructive blacks. We're not destructive. We are great people. Even for the ones on the corner stores. Even for the ones that's living day for day or living by the corner stores. They are the greatest. They are the greatest panhandlers you will see on planet Earth. They are the greatest hustlers. They are the greatest scammers. Without black people standing in front of the store, the beer sales would go down. The liquor sales would go down. The drug sales would go down. So even when you look at the polarity of life, we are great all around. They wouldn't have no one to take to jail, not for being for us. On both sides of the stick, left, right, up or down, we are the greatest. We have to look within and see the greatness. We perceive in the world opposite because we're thinking in English. We're looking at our own people like the race of other people that don't like us. We have to go forward to our culture and we could proceed. This book right here, Black People Invented Everything, is a must. This should be in your bookshelf. Took me about 24 days. I'd say about 16 days to finish this. This is a great book. This should be in your bookshelf instantly. And he has more books I'm gonna purchase because I like this one. How to Hustle and Win, Race, Rap, and Revolution. Excuse me. He has Knowledge of Self, the Hood Health Handbook. He has a part 2, the Hood Health Handbook, Taste of Life. There's a lot of books, man. Locked Up but Not Locked Down, The Science of Self, When the World Was Black, Part 1, When the World Was Black, Part 2. That title kind of is skeptical to me because it says when the world was black. The world still is black. No disrespect to the author. And this looked like, well, he has the book as a part 1 and 2 hardcover as one. So he has 2 books in one, When the World Was Black. That comes in a hardcover. That was smart. He has Dark Water. Oh man, he has a lot of books. From Poverty to Power. Yeah, he has a lot of books. I'm just going through. I have Blackguard. I'm reading that book now. I'm gonna do a book update on Blackguard also. The Yogi Science of Breath. The Yogi Science of Breath. That should be good. Yeah, and he has a whole back page where you can find his books at online stores. You know, he has a publishing company. You can reach him on social media. The author name is Dr. SUJANKUMARDASS. I don't want to say his name wrong, so I'd rather spell it out. Yeah, this is a great book of 240 pages. Goes into tattoos, instruments, guns, warlike tools, clothing, bracelets, and it's so much proof. You know, as the saying goes, you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. Well, that's not true because we are the book. Mfundishi13CrystalSun. Peace.